Hello, I'm Alan, and welcome to today's edition of Alan's Cycling Adventures. Today we are riding to Richmond, Indiana. It is our last full day in Indiana because tomorrow we cross into Ohio. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or ideas for future editions of Alan's Cycling Adventures, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Well, without further ado, let's ride. We had a group departure this morning, just after 9 a.m., and man, did the group depart fast. One of the members of our group, David, had made arrangements for us to tour the Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, Indiana, where the movie Hoosiers was filmed. And I guess the group was pretty excited about the prospect of seeing the Hoosier Gym because they took off this morning like a bat out of hell. I started to hang with them, and it started to feel just a bit too fast for me. And I thought, man, I just don't have the legs this morning. I thought I felt pretty good this morning, but I guess I'm not feeling that great. And so I kind of hung back and let them take off and hoped that I'd be able to find my way to the Hoosier Gym and that I wouldn't miss it. Spoiler alert, I did find my way. The town of Knightstown actually has a sign on the road that we were on, pointing to the left and telling you to turn here for the Hoosier Gym. So I had no problem finding it. But by the time I got to that sign, I looked down at my computer, and my average speed to that point was 16.1 miles per hour, which may not be that fast, but it's fast for me. And so it wasn't a matter of I didn't have the legs this morning. It was a matter of they just were going insanely fast. I think they were averaging somewhere between 20 and 25 miles per hour the whole way to the Hoosier Gym. So I was wise to just let them go up the road. By the way, David also had the pleasure of having his daughter visit, and she rode with us today. So that was really nice. In terms of this ride, we actually departed at 9:06 a.m. The weather was cloudy and it was 62 degrees Fahrenheit with a feels like temperature also of 62 degrees Fahrenheit. The humidity was 70%. The wind was 2.9 miles per hour from the south-southeast. At the start, it did pick up a little bit over the course of the day, but it wasn't too bad. But it was not the favorable winds that we had the last 2 days. The length of today's ride was 54.24 miles, including the detour we took for our lunch stop. Great lunch stop, by the way. More about that a little bit later. So it was an easier day for us. My average moving speed on the day was 15.8 miles per hour, and my maximum speed was 26.7 miles per hour. And for all I know, that may have been right at the start, trying to keep up with the group. So, yeah, they were moving. Anyway, my total moving time was 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 29 seconds. My elapsed time was 5 hours, 34 minutes, and 58 seconds. We did take a fairly lengthy lunch break when we got into Richmond, and so that may have been a big part of that discrepancy between the moving time and the elapsed time. My average heart rate today was 114 with a maximum heart rate of 134. According to Garmin and Strava, I burned 1,119 calories. My average cadence was 68 RPM, and my max cadence was 96 RPM. We had a total elevation gain, according to Strava's map data, of 1,210 feet, and according to Garmin's barometric data, 1,299 feet. I had 13,123 pedal strokes And according to Strava, I had an average power output of 114 watts. Excuse me, 104 watts. Today's route was mostly along Route 40. We started off in Greenfield, rode into Riley, Cleveland, Charlottesville, Knightstown, where we took that detour to the Hoosier Gym, which was a fun place. I need to watch that movie, though. I've never seen it. Then we went into Raysville, Ogden, Dunreath, Louisville, Strawn, Dublin, Mount Auburn, Cambridge City, which was where we had our one and only SAG today. Then we rode into Pershing, Pennville, Centerville, Richmond. Richmond was the destination, but we did stop a few miles short of the hotel. Someone in our group had scoped out a great little coffee place where we all agreed we were going to stop. It was Roscoe's Coffee Bar and Tap Room. I had coffee and a sandwich. Much better, by the way, than the fare at the gas station convenience stores that I usually stop at, short of the hotel. Anyway, we hung out at Roscoe's for, I guess, close to an hour before heading the rest of the way to the hotel. Had a lot of fun today. Tomorrow is going to be very different. Actually, the next 4 days are going to be very different. Tomorrow, we almost immediately cross into Ohio. That should be fun. A nice little border crossing, state line crossing, I should say. Tomorrow is a lengthy one. It is 105.1 miles. After tomorrow, we only have one more century to ride. However, the next few days are all 90 plus miles. And tomorrow we have 2,183 feet of elevation gain. But the next couple of days we have substantial elevation gain. Anyway, that's all for now. All right, well, that was fun. We had a nice lunch stop, and we are here in Richmond, Indiana. And so until next time, stay safe out there.